Walking your with the haze, that's what I'm all about. In my eyes, business in my mouth, they don't want no altercation. Situation gon' be critical, it's best that you be easy. The end going critical, look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle, loyalty in my veins, loyalty in my veins. Take back in 30 words, plus revenge in my heart, the truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. I never look forward. Shit out blazing in the seas. Got plenty food for dogs. This guy to watch you on beat. Now they walking with the things. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas bad as breathing. Criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make this sack off. These niggas bad and backs off. Better when it's a back off. I be ripping shit like sack off. No dogs all blocked out. I had to say I'm comfortable. No room for emotion. So I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down with something. Flow so deep, the trauma motherfucker. He say he in the street for yeah, but it's the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my home. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no hate. I ain't even inspired to live and speak and hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, tell them absolutely. And I ain't sure of my ways, but never gotta execute it. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and a lot of she's so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they glad and proper usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about the shit I used to do in that 98 and 10 level seats. See, without wisdom, this world made me weak. I found out that the truth was bitter. The lies are sweet, tried everything. I guess being a hard and head to me. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls, the day and day, loud and mad. They better bring me blood and bed sheets. Chaos spent the time. This block touched my handpiece, and I ain't trying to take them out, but I will defend this house. Or take a check. 144 in this black trench on some hitman shit. She called it 47. Praying for army dead. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. And it's why I tell them I'm loyal to the king. inside me, I had my heart broken. Living confused about the new soul. Cops got me on the side of the road, like a sideshow. Keep your head low before I go. Now I'm sitting crying, in the bed, news books, gospel. Running with no clothes, trying to find direction. The world got the mix. Picked up a bed, pick a hand, that's the way the bird from oppression. Feel like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, TV's busting to the breakfast. Sometimes I call it like a soldier, trying to find a good ship. Just you in hell, how do you excel? We live the breath of life, I'm deep in tell. Listen well, tell what I tell. No party, call train, something that'll rep I know very well. Can't you tell I was here from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword, with a style that they might before. The only thing equal is the curse for the wicked and the righteous before. Hand mercy on the wicked, no seed separated from the dead. Now, all my prayers in the soul be. A rebel, take the word by word home. You be taken, be a rebel that you heard about. Yeah. And it ain't gonna stop till 100 birds in the house and 100 birds stop. Yeah, right, you ain't heard enough. Without the shadow of a doubt, these jealousy and mixed focus. From the back of my shoulder body, it opens. Can't see thoughts, cannot stop. Nothing over the dead, watch us. I tell the people that they church for the witch doctors. Women's in prison and stop blocks. Be mine, you can't put the rebels in the rock box. They leave for my men. They never understand things. They never truly make sense. I'm trying to shoot a fool criminal. Knowing you ain't innocent. It's fucked up. But my whole shot. Taking between two priests by the blades on their heads. Call it just blood. Look out for niggas just blood. And when you touch a white bitch with those days black blood. Father, forgive me for my help. I'm forever by your side. In the first shit. Or for my flaws. It's the reason I'm alive. Thank God for the truth. For a long time. It's the first without a law. Yo, man. First, I'm gonna take it coming to your heart, man. Because you're yourself. Without a little daughter. So you drop the truth and all that. So yeah, you know, you do your side, you take them off, shaking that hand and combat. Reps what I said, thank God for his truth is for a long time. So reps what I call. We're already dead. We're already beaten down. We've been beaten down before like a needle. We already got wounds inside and outside our body. How you gonna hurt us? You cannot threaten us. You cannot frighten us. We live in the most frightening places, under the most frightening conditions. We are immune to fear. We are immune to harm. You see what I'm saying? You have stepped into a cesspool. You're the only one gonna get infected.
All right, shalom. Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shah, Barak Tam. Yahweh Shema, Our Thumb, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. This is Officer 1000 Mashah coming to you on Friday out of the Detroit camp. And this is the Lashawan Qadash. I need y'all to hit me up in the chat room, both chat rooms. All right, sound like we got good sound. Hit me up in the chat room. Hit them like buttons. Give some shout out to Zakban Yawada. Try to check us out over on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. We're broadcasting there. We're running the Facebook feed right now because on this particular program right now, we're only being allowed to broadcast or to stream on one channel at a time. And hopefully I'll have that fixed by next week. To give y'all update. This is pending approval by my Lashawan, Captain LeBon, here in Detroit, Captain of 10,000, mighty man. But I'm scheduled to be out of town next month. And I will continue to broadcast the class. I'm gonna find a way to continue. Even though I'm out of town, I'm gonna cover the class. So let y'all know the truth. I'm gonna be next week. I'm gonna be here in Detroit because that's like the first Friday in April. But beginning the second Friday in April until I get back to Detroit, we're gonna be broadcasting from Fayetteville, North Carolina. We're gonna be broadcasting from Fayetteville, North Carolina. And you know, North Carolina got a couple of camps. We'll talk with Captain Nyathat down there. See if we can at least one time while I'm down there combine the class and teach in conjunction with who's ever teaching, the brother that's teaching down in Fayetteville and what, Durham or Raleigh, wherever they have the school at. I'm planning on making it there. All right, everybody ready to get started? Ready to get started? You know what it is, right? You know what it is. This is the Lashawan Qadash, the holy tongue. This is the original language that was being spoken throughout the earth until the Most High confused the languages at the Tower of Babel. Well, I need real quick, both on Facebook and YouTube, I need you to, if the sound is okay, I need you to give me a 1 on the YouTube feed. If you knew in the classroom, I mean, if you just got here, I see student W, I see Mayim, showing 3 people. Who that third person here with us right now? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, somebody else checked in. Matazar, I'm checking in from Napoleon, Ohio. All right. First of all, do I need to go over the alphabets again? It doesn't hurt. It really doesn't hurt to go over the alphabets again. If you want to go over the alphabets again, give me a 3. If you want to go over the alphabet of our characters, give me a 3. The sound is good. Appreciate that, mighty man. Matazah. If you think we need to go over the alphabet again, give me a 3. If you're comfortable with the alphabet, the sound is low on Facebook. Okay. Let me see here. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. I'm using a different program. How about now? Here we got a little echo reverb. Let me go here. Let's do this set here. And let's see if we can pick it up. For Facebook purposes, I guess I'm going to use the microphone. I think. Let me see what my microphone is set up at. My mic auxiliary. Okay. Not bad. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. I don't know if that's it. Let me check. Oh, I had the camera. How we doing on Facebook now? That much better? Test one. Okay. All right, Matazab, that Facebook. And if you want to, well, you might be looking at this on both. But on Facebook, does that sound much better? Let me know if it's too loud. We turned it up a little bit. We got some things squared away. And let's get ready. Who just, all right, who we got over here? There she go. There's that sister D. Aquab D. Glad to see you in the class. Showed up. Yeah. Okay. All right. We got a 3. So get your pens out. You know, when it comes to going over the basics, so y'all will know, it can be 20 people in here. And if there's one that needs to go over the basics again, we will. Now what I'm doing is I'm looking at my board because there's been some issues. There's been some issues of writing too low. So we're still working on that. I got a line right here that lets me know that I'm too low. Should I bring that line up? Here's what I need to know right off the bat. If you cannot see what I'm writing, let me know. We're starting over here. And I'm going to erase this when I'm done. I'm going to stem as I go. That's I, ba. Let me do this better. You know, one of these days we're going to graduate to a permanent mounted board. But no problem. Here we go. I, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, kha. You with me? Kha. All right. Keep going pretty quickly. Ta. Ya. La. Ma. Na. Sa. I. Pa. Got that? Let's finish it up. Everybody got that? Let's write it down. I think we got a young fella, I believe, in the class. He's 10 years old. Young man T. Young man T. We're gonna have to get him away where he can check in as well. All right, let's finish up the alphabet. Where we stop at? We stopped at pi, right? Can you still see? Let me know if you cannot still see. Taza. Awalan Gabar. I see you guys over here on Facebook watching. Welcome to the class. Welcome to the class. You can also pick us up. We run in a chat room on YouTube. If you pick us up on YouTube, there's a chat room over there that we normally communicate. Khan, Matazah, got that sound squared away. I might flow in and out because I put the sound in with the camera, with the camera itself. Also on Facebook, you're not going to have banners, a lot of banners blocking what we're writing. I'll put a different shot up there so we can have those balance. Tazah, that's the last character we wrote. Tazah. Then we got the what? Qua, right? That's the Ra, the Sha, and the Tha. Can we all see that? Can we all see that? If I keep saying that, that's because I'm walking away from the camera sometimes. Okay. The gang's all here. The gang's all here. All right. Yep, the gang's all here. There's your characters or your alphabet. Ah, ba, ga. Ah, ba, ga, da, ha, ya. No, that's Y. Za, cha, fa, ta, ta. What was that? Ya, right? Ta, ya, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, ra, qua, ra, sha, and fa. And fa. Got that? All righty, let's get to work. It's only a 2-hour class. You know, the first thing, if there's something on the board, that's what we begin with. Let's go over one more basic thing. When you look at our letters, when you look at our characters, right? When you look at these, up here at the top of our board, you see characters. What this word is Lashawan, Qadash. Now, the reason, and it means holy tongue. And the reason it comes out like that, we're going to give you the basics. If you get this, you can read. You have no problem reading Paleo Hebrew. You will have no problem reading Paleo Hebrew. So, let's go here. If you notice under the La and the Sha, we got these dots. If you already know this, just bear with me. Just bear with me. It stands repeating because this will help everybody. These dots right up under here, these marks up under here, tells you to pronounce that letter as if it's standing by itself, which means you get the hard sound of the letter. You get the ah, the ba, the ga, the da, the ha, the wa, the za. You get the ka, you get the ta, you get the ya, you get the ka. Uh-oh, I did leave that out again. Look at here. After the ya, you should have this character right here. And I can't believe y'all didn't catch that. I don't know why I like to leave that one out. What letter is that? What character is that? That is the ka. The ka, the hard sound ka, K-A. There you go. Ka. And that comes after the ya and before the what? The la. So you got the ka, la, ma, na. That should be easy to remember those. Why? Because you got K-L-M-N in English. And these happen, each one of these, in the order that they are in our alphabet, these happen to have those same sounds. Ka, la, ma, na. Hard sounds. If you have the dots up under here, this sound here, you got a hard what? Qua. Now, let's talk about this little symbol right here. This is called a connector. You may see it as a V. You may see it as a little U. It's called a connector. It connects two characters together. And when you see that connector, the second character takes on a soft sound. This is a na. This is a na right here. And the soft sound for na you can find in the word kind, K-I-N-D, kind. That sound. That's the sound that you will get from the second letter that is connected. This is the sha. The soft sound of a sha is sh. So let's remember that. Anytime you see these connections, right, you give the soft sound of the second character. Any place you see these connectors. Everybody still with me? Are you still with me? All right. Now, the soft sounds, it's all in here. We're going to read this here, right here, too. I know some of y'all just know when you saw that on the board, but you might well want to write that down because I want you to write it out for me. This is how I want it. I want it written in English, and I want it the Hebrew words for this. The Hebrew words for this. So you can start working on that. I'm going to keep talking about this up here. So to read this, we got the single hard sounds here. La, sha, as opposed to sh, because it's the second. La, sha, what's that? That's the wa, right? One, there's that soft in sound, the soft sound, the soft na sound. La, sha, one, qua. Da, that's the da, sh. Lashawan Qadash. You got it? Say that with me. Lashawan Qadash. All right. Everybody got that? So, based on that, translate this. It's real easy. You've seen it a million times. And while you're in the process of translating, if there's anybody new, this is why we do it this way, so that you can get used to seeing words written. That's why we call this learning words. You get used to seeing words written in the Lashawan Qadash. You be able to look at it just like, again, I love this explanation, just like when you see the word cat, dog, house, telephone, encyclopedia. When you see those words, you don't really read them after about the second or third grade. You see the word, your brain recognize, your eyes recognize it, just the shape of the word. Your brain can recognize just the shape of the word. If I wrote goat and left out characters, you would pick it up. All right, we're working on this, right? Are we working on this right here? We should be working on this. Put it in the chat room, either chat room you can put it in. Type it into the chat room, either one. Okay, what just happened? Okay, here we go. Where did we just go? Okay. I'm monitoring Facebook. So, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Where did we just go? All right, here we go. I'm looking, just type it in your chat room, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube, I got you. The game's here. Let's do some translating. Also on Facebook, do me a favor, y'all, hit that like button. Hit it, hit it, hit it. You know what I'm saying? Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Yeah. Let's get them likes up. If you're on Facebook, you can hit it 100 million times. Something like that. So, I'm waiting for y'all to chime in. YouTube, where you at? Let's translate this. We're going to get some new stuff today, too. Let's translate this. Who got the whole translation? Somebody got to have it. The young man, T, over there with the minor, if he got it, let him type it in. In fact, young man T should be checked in on his own phone. And let's go to the YouTube feed. I'd like to see him in the classroom. Salakia, I hit a button, maybe the wrong button. I got one answer back. I got two answers back. Brothers, where y'all at, man? Who's that? Who? Okay, we're gonna be technical, right? We're going to be technical. Sister D, I need you to check your work again, Sister. I'll watch the mind. Also, look real close. Y'all kind of close. Both of y'all real close. Is that right? Yeah, check it. Check your work again. It's not perfect. Close. Close. Still W. You got that? Both Sister D and Sister Shemaya. I'm gonna give you a hint. You're all about one character. In your translation, you left off a character. This character is important because depending on how we end a noun, it could be singular or plural. It can be singular or plural. The sisters, they in the house. Close. You got the right idea. As with Spanish, go over here. Can y'all see it? Go, it's right here. All right. As with Spanish, the ending can also be masculine. I guess that's how you spell it. Or feminine. Okay. In Hebrew, the masculine for plural, If you're talking masculine and you're talking plural, You talking about Akiyam. That's plural. Akiyam. Got that? And the plural for the feminine, let's do it this way so you can see. For the feminine, the plural is an, as in aquathium. Aquathium. So the plural is an for the feminine and for the masculine. Super important. When you start dealing with folk that's been gone back, when they start dealing with you, once you get proficient at speaking Paleo Hebrew, once you become proficient, and Salakia for the noise, sisters, if someone speaks to you and addresses you as a man, you might be offended. So, Sister D, like I said, you one character off. You put Barak Atha. But we know this is agreement. Shalom, Yahweh, Shamar, Al-Atha, Al-Atha. That's what you put. Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Since you off a little bit more, you put Barak Atha at the end of that. That is not correct. This is Yahweh Shai right here. This is the end of it. This is Yahweh Shai right here. And that is the end of it. So, and Sister Shemayim, your first answer, call this word, let's see, Al-Atam. Atam. If that was a thumb, this right here would be a ma. What is that? That is the na. So it's Al-Atan. All right. Now I want to see the first one. You got it in, written, the whole thing written out. What it should be. Hashem, Yahweh Shai, big up to student W, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Al-Atan, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. That's a blessing to the sisters. That's the blessing to the sisters. We know for sure he's talking to sisters because the word used there is Atan. Atan. Atana. Atan. So we know we're talking to sisters. All right? Ready for the next one? Like I said, we're not going to make it. We actually erasing this one. I hope y'all got it. Okay. Had so much fun doing this. So much fun doing this. Okay. Are we ready? Good board. Good work, student W. Good work, sisters. Let's go to the next one. This is something we really, really want to learn. Stop right there. All right. I hope I put enough space to denote the words. All right, you ready? Here we go. Here's your next little puzzle. Let's translate this using English letters, American letters. Let's translate it, and what does it sound like? All righty? This is our second one right here. This is our second phrase. Let's do some translating. What we got. And when you recognize it, I need somebody to tell me when you recognize what this is. You can tell it to me in English. You can tell it to me in English if you want to. But I want you to translate that line that's up on the board. Waiting. You know, I'm learning to slow down. Cap tell me all the time, Rashad, slow down. You don't have to rush. On that last one, I do want y'all to know, so what do we have? What do we have? And you know what? What time is it? It's 3:40. Got about an hour left. And we're gonna see if we can get this whole thing together. Shemayim. That is correct in English. That's correct in English. I need it in Paleo Hebrew. See that? The sister is absolutely correct. That is the correct translation in English. That is the correct translation in English right there. What we would like, however, I need it written using English letters, making Hebrew sounds. Got me? And if you run across anybody that has a problem with that, just let them know that historically they did it first. They took Hebrew, watch this, see if this is right. Oh. Abanawa, Shabbat, Shema. Student W. You slow it down. You started off good. Hayaha is correct. Hayaha is correct. Where you messing up, this is one word right here. This is one word right here. This word right there. That's one word. That is one word. See, you wrote this too. See, you wrote this too. You're close. You're in the ballpark. Right here. Hayaha, right? Did like that, that would be Haya. Haya. Now the brothers over me gonna correct me on that. I'm saying Haya right now. If I got it wrong, the brothers correct me, and I won't bother anybody if they say Haya. I see Shemayim, she reads this as Haya. She reads it as Haya. Shemayim, that first word is one word, not 1, 2, 3, 4 words. You got the right syllables, but it's one word. You got this right? Almost. You almost got this word right. This word here, Shemayim. Look at this word again. Look at this word again. And I want you to concentrate on that character right there. On that character right there. You're close. You're in the ballpark. You're in the ballpark. It's not perfect. And I know y'all want to blame, you got to get it perfect. Well, a little bit of 11. 11 is the whole lump. You know that? If I take a teaspoon of baking powder and throw it into a big bowl of flour and mix it together, I'm going to get some biscuits that rise. You know, you got to add a little bit of oil to it. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of oil. Cut it up real good. Then you add the buttermilk. You know what I'm talking about. Add the buttermilk. You see. A little bit of leaven. Leaven is the whole lump. And all those biscuits will rise from a little bitty teaspoon of baking powder. So, a little mistake would make the whole phrase incorrect. What character is this right here? Right there. So, that'll give you the correct spelling on this word. Your first part of the word is correct. Sister D, you still in the house? I see somebody else enjoying this. You just joined us. Give me something in the chat room. Give me something in the chat room. Montezad, you still with us? Feel free to jump on in. This word here, I'm going to tell you, is not Shamka. It is not Shamka. All right? That character right here is not a ka. A ka looks like this. That's a ka. You're right, student W. All I need you to do is to give me the whole phrase. Give me the whole phrase. I need to gonna try something while y'all figuring that out. I'm gonna try to get somebody. All right, getting ready to get. Let me ask you this. So we always expand our class. Oh, that's not right. We always expand. We want to expand the reach and how good our class is and everything. So I want to send, and I hope y'all bear with me. Who I want? Let's start with student W. Student, if anybody's seeing student D, tell them to check on in. Let's start with student W. That's freedom first. What I need you to do is text me your email. I want to send you a link. And anybody can do this. Send me your email, and I'm gonna text you a link to where, believe it or not, you can actually be in the classroom and talk as well. If you want to, you'll be able to talk. I'll give you some screen time. But I need, wait a minute, this is my officer Shawat. Let me take a look at that. Is that mighty man out of Detroit on Facebook? That's Officer Shawat. Come. Feel free to join us on YouTube under, of course, Detroit Israelites or someplace along there. The Detroit Israelites on YouTube. Check on into the class. But anybody, here's the thing. I'm going to give you guys a chance to talk. That's why I want to do this. I want to give people a chance to speak the language as well. This platform that we're using, like I say, I'm going to talk with Cap and them, and hopefully next week we'll be broadcasting on multiple platforms instead of just YouTube, and then we won't have to use our other program that we use to stream. And the only reason I don't want to use the other program to stream, it doesn't allow for you to do live participation. You know, you can throw something in the chat room, I'll get it and comment to it. But here, you're going to find out. In fact, I'm going to show you. Shemai will do what I ask, because that's my rib, so. And that's why I try not to show a favoritism, because all of us are learning together. So Shemayim, send me, I'm not going to put it on the screen, send me your email address. Send me your email. Put it in the chat. Well, it's okay. Email's okay. You can throw your email in the chat. And plus, this is Israel. What the heck? What did you just type in? Why? What I'm going to do, I'm going to send you a link. And then that's going, there we go. Now watch how this works. Y'all going to be able Shemaiah 9. Okay. So, what I'm going to do, go back here. All right. What did she just give me? Y'all forgive her, old man. Okay. Good, right. I'm still waiting. Y'all give me all the right answer. No. Sure, that's right. Sure. All righty then. Shemaiah, I just sent you a link in your email. Check your email from your phone and click the link. When you click the link, you'll show up here. This is what I want to do with all the students. I want every student to be able to come on screen and speak. It's important, you know, it's great to read, be able to read, but you want to be able to speak the language as well, which means when you write something down, whether it be in Hebrew or whether it be using it in English letters, pronouncing the Hebrew. Freedom First, send me your email as well. Student W, send me your email as well. And Matazar, if you still with us, send me yours. Yeah, out of Napoleon, Ohio. Yep, send me your email. Okay, let's get back to the class. Right. What we got? Abinawa, Shabbat. No, that's not correct. No, that's not correct. Student W. You wrote Abinawa, that's correct. Shabbat, Shah is right. Then you put Mazam. That was not correct. Then you put Qadash, which is not correct. Haya, Shamcha. Shamcha is correct. Haya is correct. Qadash is not correct. And Shamazam is not correct. The thing what I was saying when I put these characters up here, right? Just want to let y'all know, some of y'all have heard this, but these right here, this is Yahweh, right? They found this in archaeological digs. They found these 4 letters right here. They found these 4 letters written on different things in archaeological digs. And they translated it YHWH. Now, you know what? To us, who've taken a little bit of time to study. In fact, let me grab my Bible. I'm going to read what they say like the Bible. You study a little bit. We know what that is. Even if they put it in the English, they come to us with what? YHWH. We would have no problem with it. Why? Because we can directly translate it even from the English to be Yahweh. To be Yahweh. We can translate it. But do you know, while our people, Israelites, run around trying to impress Esau. Esau messed that up from the first time he ever seen it. He messed that up. And I want you to know that if you look, this is nobody in particular King James Version. What I mean by that, nobody in particular, is that people print Bibles. There's a company called Thompson. They print Bibles. In fact, they got a Bible called the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. When I was a Christian, it was one I swore by. And of course, even then, the Most High be praised, it was, in fact, the King James Version of the Bible that I've gravitated to, even from a little boy. Okay, I'm waiting on y'all now. Somebody give me the right answer on this. Let's take it slow. Let's take it slow. The first words are correct. Student W got that right. A-ba-na-wa. A-ba-na-wa. You see that? That's the A, the ba, the na, and the wa. That's the way Shemaiah wrote it down earlier, just so y'all can see. See that? A-ba-na-wa. It's really one word though. A-ba-na-wa. I think she got everything else right. No, she didn't. Oh, let me take that off. A-ba-na-wa. The next word is Shabbat Shemayim. This is not a za. Right here, Salakia. If I made it look like a za, it's not. That's a ya. A ya. All right? Yep, that's the ya. Shabbat Shemayim. You with me? Qadash. See the da with the sha and the connection. Qadash. Ha-ya or ha-yaha, either one. What's this? Shamcha. That's a cha. A cha is pronounced gutturally. Shamcha. See that? That's this one right here. Shamcha. That letter right there is cha. You hear that guttural sound? I'm like, I'm about to hawk up a loogie or something, right? Now, that's the first part. And anybody but Shemayim, tell me what translated to English. Anybody but Shemayim. And while y'all figuring that out, I'm gonna tell you a secret. I had an opportunity to teach basic education and GED prep as a tutor for adult men who found themselves in a bad situation, right? But before you could do this, you had to pass a test. You had to pass, they gave me the math test. Now, truth be told, this was with a government agency, a state agency. And they gave me the math test. And they will always give brothers the math test. Why? Because they believe, other than counting your profits from the dope deal, you can't fool with math. You don't know anything about integers. They think the power that be, our oppressors think you don't know about integers. They think you don't know about exponents. They think you don't know algebra, trigonometry, or geometry. They think you don't know that. And so they gave me the test. I'm still waiting for y'all to get this translated, and the story relates to this. Because the answer to this right here, as far as what does it say in English, is already in the chat room. And the reason I'm telling you the story, because this is what they did. When they gave me the test, they gave me the test in a room that when you walked in, you immediately knew you were in a math room. You see that? You immediately knew you was in a math room. How did you know? Because every formula in the world, every rule of math in the world, every law of math in the world was written somewhere in plain sight for everybody to see. You walked into the classroom, you saw Pythagorean's theorem on the wall. If you walked into that classroom, you saw the rule for subtracting negative integers, or for subtracting integers. You see what I'm saying? Change the sign and add. Is that right? So lot. Salakia, Yasharala. I mean, sorry about that, Israel. But anyway, what we got? Okay. When I was sitting in that classroom, and they gave me this test, guess what? Anything that I might have been a little hesitant about, guess what? It was written in the classroom. It was written in the classroom on the walls. And here's the strange things about Esau. When the test came back, me taking this math test, I was called over. The principal of the school was there. The instructor who I was supposed to work with was there. And they had somebody else there. And you know what they asked me? They asked me, did I cheat on the math test? I said, no. They said, did you cheat? I said, no. They said, well, we're going to have to give you the test again, because we don't believe you didn't cheat. The score, and this was like a GED type test. They threw some algebra, they threw some geometry in there, they threw integers in there, they threw exponents, they threw some, what they call it, quadratic equations. Yeah. Quadratic equations. They threw that in there. And you know what? They put me in the same room. Now remember I said that I was in a math room. I knew I was in a math room. Why? Because every law of math was written on the walls. Was written on the wall. They gave me the test again. The score was higher. So they gave me the job. And when they gave me the job, I just smiled. They never knew the reason on the second test I missed even less questions was because I had learned by looking at the wall how they had their rules written up on the wall, and therefore it was easier for me to find. Now, what is that for? Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Qadash, Haya, Shamcha. Translated into English. You're already in the chat room. You're already in the chat room. The answer is already in the chat room. So if you go through the chat room, you'll find out exactly what this is. Why are you doing that? Here's the other thing. I'm going to show you how the oppressor, how dumb they are. You see this? This is one of their first, this right here, was one of their first, and I guarantee you, if you go to the Smithsonian or any place where they have our writings, where they found in archaeological digs, you'll find this right here. You'll find this right here. And they translated it YHWH. Okay, that's what the oppressor did. Now, this is what he said. When he translated into this, he wanted to know, what is that saying? He's saying, we're going to take the Y, we're going to turn it into a J. And they said, well, they don't have any vowels here, so we're going to put a vowel there. Their first vowel is what? A. Then we got the H here, so we're going to keep that because that looks like an H. That's the ha, right? And then they said, we're going to add another vowel. For some reason, they add an O. In the W, you know what they depended on? They depended on old Roman numerals. So for them, a W was the same as a what? A V. Just like a U could be a V. That's the old Roman numeral type stuff, that old Roman stuff. So they turned the W into a V. They threw another vowel in there. Of course, they went to their first vowel, and then they just kept the H here and be a H. And what did they come up with? Jehovah. You know, that's what they came up with. This is called, this is called the Tetragrammaton. It's one word, but it's long. Called the Tetragrammaton, which translates into what? 4 letters. That's all it translates to. It's 4 letters. But when they got a hold to it, when the oppressor got a hold to it, he came up with the word Jehovah, Yahovah. And so now, let me show you something about the mark of the beast. He just went with it. He didn't know what he was doing. He just went with it. And now what do you have in the Christian church? You got Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah whatever. Jehovah, Jehovah, Jehovah. That's not what that word is. Everybody in this class knows that this word right here is what? Yahweh. Our power. This is our power. This is the name of the Most High, Yahweh. Yahweh. This is our power. Not Jehovah, not God, none of that. It's Yahweh. That's our power. Now, I know we're running short on time. If this class goes too fast, okay. Abanawa, Shabbat, Shemayim. You see that connector right there? Qadash, Haya. What's that? Shamcha. You see that? Shamcha. Let's get the next one. Sister D, I see you, sis. What you write? Did you get that? Close. You right there. Look at that. Our Father which in heavenly to be named. That's close, and you may be right grammatically correct. Okay, let's take a look at student W. That's not the one you put in. Here we go. Our Father who art in heaven, holy be thy name. That is actually correct. There you go. You came to, of course, y'all know Shemai got it earlier, but that's absolutely correct. How do we know holy be thy name? Right here. Right there. Now, English, they translated hallowed, but hallowed, holy is the same. And what's the definition of holy, people? The definition of holy means to be separate, to be different. You see what I'm saying? So separate shall be his name. Separate is his name. You know what we don't do? You know what we don't do? I'm not finna have Yahweh embroidered on my weightlifting gloves. Not that I lift weights, but you know, if I'm wearing some weightlifting, I'm not gonna have his name is separate. It's holy. It should be used differently. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Qadash, Haya, Shamcha. You hear that guttural? Shamcha. You see what I'm saying? And you know what? I got to say this. I got one of my heroes in the ISUPK in here with me right now, so I might get talkative. And that's Priest and Officer 5000 Natazad. So I'm under the gun right now to get it right. Shamcha. And I know if Officer Zarak will listen to this, I may not can work in the morning. I might have to come to Sabbath service because it's time for us to start reading. I need you guys, Saturday, 11 o'clock, tune in, YouTube, Facebook, ISUPK Detroit, Detroit Israelites, tune in for the Sabbath service. And the Sabbath service is why we teach this. Because we want you to be able to read, the Most High want you to be able to read your language in your language. To read what he gave you in your language. Because you know some things, we can say, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. It does not have the same effect as Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Qadash, Haya, Shamka. It has not the same effect. It does not translate that way. This is why the Lashawan Qadash is so important. Let's get the next line, and this is what I'm gonna give y'all. We got one more class before I leave town. So what we're gonna try to do is finish. We're gonna try to finish this in the Hebrew next week, but we're gonna get one more line. What did I stop? I stopped with Shamcha. That's right there. So here we go. Line 2. Boy, if y'all missed this one, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad if y'all missed this one. Y'all my peeps, though. Y'all my people. You know what? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna come back to this letter right here. I'm gonna circle it because some of you need to know about that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Let me walk to the other side of this camera. Oh, snap. You know what? I was writing too fast. Student W was right. I was moving real fast. That's what you got. Remember, that's the same as this. Okay, that's what you got. This is Shamka. My bad. This right here is Shamka. The student was absolutely correct. I just re-looked at my paper and I just wrote it down wrong. So that is Shamka. Yeah, and Tazak. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. So lock in for that. So that's how we do it. There ain't no excuses. I'm gonna make a mistake every now and then. Our Father, which is in heaven, which in heavenly to be named. Okay, we went through that. No problem, student W. And so the brother was right there, Sean. Right here is I got it wrong. That should be Sean Ka with a K, not Sean Ka. Okay. Who else got that right? Nah, I'm messing around and mess it up. Shemayim, did you get it? I know you be on everything. Okay, let's get that next line. We're gonna bring this to an end after this next line, but next week we're gonna finish this entire prayer. Everybody, you guys should know this prayer as what? The Lord's Prayer, right? Remember, Sabbath service is on Saturday at 11 o'clock. Here in Detroit, it's conducted by priest and officer of 1,000, Zarak. Mighty man in this truth, mighty man in Israel. And you know, we always have a cohesiveness on everything. So it's all about Israel. You are Israel. And it's all about you. You are Israel. Here we go. Have we got it? The second line here, we got to translate it. Somebody get back at me. Somebody get back at me. So lock it. Like I said, I love teaching this. You know why? Because I'm learning so much. All right, what we got here? All right. You are? I'm gonna be done in 10 minutes. Okay. I'll shot. You got 10 minutes. I can catch you a ride. I can have the way. The water. No, don't rush. Calm. All right. Here we go. Who got it? Maya, you got it? Oh, you got young man T there with you. Student W, you got it. Sister DD. We started off. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Qadash, Hayat, Shamka. I ain't gonna tell you that word, but I am gonna go to Malak, Watak, Wafk, Malak Watak. I think that's how it's pronounced. I just gave it to you. Man, I just gave it to you. Skip this word. Malak, Watak. What was that, student W? You said you can't see. My bad. How about that? There you go. We got the first letter in there. Can you see it now? Y'all better get that. I'm gonna talk about y'all. Y'all gonna get this word right here. Malak. Wafka. Remember, this is the ka. I don't mean to rush y'all, but that's the ka right there. That's both of those are the same letters. It's just written a little bit different. Just a little bit different. And you know what? I don't even know how I remember that. I remember when the brother was first teaching me. Baratazaka. Is that right? Ratazak ka or Ratazak? I'll accept it either way. I'll accept it either way until I get clarification from the captain or the officers over. You know, we do try to go 2 hours, but up here in Michigan, I got to share with y'all. Up here in Michigan, y'all know we under the all the rules and regulations of dealing with the coronavirus. You know, so you know, ISUBK Detroit ain't slowed down, brothers. I got a brother right here with me now. We following the rules. We maintaining 6 feet. You know, but we ain't holding them up. We not holding them up. We coming out. We giving classes. In fact, like I say, tomorrow the Sabbath service will be conducted. Depending on what Cap's work schedule like. I'm sure we're gonna have some scripture breakdown on Sunday, depending on his schedule. Monday we're gonna be back at it, and we might as well give you the whole rundown on Monday. On Monday, tune in because we got Officer Kazak, Officer Mighty Man 1000, all priest and officer of 1000, teaching the history class on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we got in charge of that class is Mighty Man, priest and officer of 5000, Natazav, teaching the brotherhood class. On Wednesday, priest and officer Hadayala, teaching the law class. And on Thursday, we got big priest, Captain LeBon, captain of 10,000 LeBon with the scripture breakdown. You don't want to miss it. And yours truly on Friday around 3 o'clock. Look at here. We're going to come back at you with the Lashawan Qadash. Like I said, this Friday is the last one we're going to teach out of Detroit for a minute because I'm going to be teaching the Lashawan Qadash out of North Carolina beginning the next Friday after next until I make it back. Until I make it back. And with that, what we're going to do, I didn't get all the answers. Yahweh, Malak, Bakah, Thabah, Ratazak, or Thabah, Ratazak. Either one will work. Thabah or Thabah, Ratazak, or Ratazak. Either one will work right now until I get that clarified. But you guys are doing great. And with that, I want to say, Shalom, Israel.